We're going to create a validation code that will help us to check a value to see whether it fits the range that we've set. We can do this at design time. We can do that in design of the database itself. For example, if you've set the size of a field to be 45, for example, in varchar, and you get a user who attempts to include a screen item that is more than 45, then the system will reject it. It will say, sorry guys, this can't be stored in your database. We're going to work with the race table and use the race date as the validation point. We click the custom validation and it opens up the code window. Now we're going to use a C# if function which checks if the date that's been entered into the race date is less than today's date, because you can't plan a race which is in the past. So that's a simple way of checking that, and the function is built into C#, and you can see the dot notation being applied across the model. I'm not going to try and explain that just yet, but you can see that we create a structure, and it's nice to see that you can get used to this structure of how the code is written. And the dot notation in the IntelliSense in Microsoft C# is really useful for building up a useful error system. This if could have been turned into an if-else, but in this case we only need an if. We just need to check one condition. Is the race date before today's date? In the next example you'll see that I've set up a form for new race. If the new race date is before today's date, then the system will detect it and reject it. You'll see that I've set up this screen. I recorded the video on the 18th of December and I attempt to enter a race date which is the day before. This obviously will be rejected by the system. Save everything, and we're going on to the new screen for new races which I created. Just go into my information menu and it's one of them down there. Yes, got it there. So I've set 18th is today, and I click the date and I choose the 17th, and immediately a validation error appears. Click it and it tells you what the error is, and there's the string that I put into the if condition. Clearly says to the user what's wrong. Keep the user informed.